Hello there, this is Music Man 0150, known as Gary, and in this video I want to show you a little recording tip demonstration on how you can actually make good recordings in case you're using the analog equipment such as a cassette deck or even going back further with a reel-to-reel or 8-track deck. So just to give you a little tip on how to record, I'm going to be using this SCT-87 cassette deck by Optimus, and I have a blank cassette deck in the recording side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press pause first so the tape doesn't move, and then I'm going to press play and record together to activate the recording system. And as you can see, now the recorder is in standby. I'm actually not going to be recording anything on this. I'm just going to do this as a demonstration for this video. And it's a matter of getting good quality sound in your tapes. If you're still using tapes and want to, use them in your older cars, or if you have portable cassette decks and you like the analog sound, well, here's what you do. As you can see on the levels here, it's going up into the red. Now, what I usually do is I take both levels and I put them to 0, and then what I do is align the levels one at a time. Usually, sometimes I'll do both. So for the purpose of the video, I'm going to go ahead and use both levels at the same time to try to align it just right. And I'm going to try to get as close to the display with the camera as possible without it getting out of focus, so you can see exactly what's happening here. And what I'm doing is, you probably can hear the music in the background, but I got it real low so that you can hear me talk. And what I'm doing is I'm moving the level up very, very slowly as the song is playing until the red just barely shows. Sometimes what I'll do is let it go even up into the decibel 3 range, which is still okay on some machines. Some machines won't allow you to do that because of slight distortion. But this particular model, it'll allow you to even hit decibel 3 on a rare occasion, and it will give you good quality sound, especially if you're using a high quality cassette. Now, as you can see, the 0 decibel red is coming on a lot, and that's okay as long as the 3 one doesn't show or just barely shows. Again, it's going to depend on the song. So what I usually do is compromise and set a level accordingly so that the loudest song will just hit the decibel 3 as opposed to hitting decibel 0. Because sometimes decibel 0 isn't quite strong enough, especially if you're playing a homemade cassette in your car. Music isn't quite as difficult to do this with as speech is, because speech, the volume is so great that sometimes you have to play around with your levels quite a bit to get the right level for a good speech recording. So always make sure that you do a level check, and you can also play back your test recording to make sure everything is okay. Now, as you can hear, the song changed. It's not as hard of a rock song as the previous one, but the levels are still pretty well consistent. So if that's the case, I would just kind of what they call tweak or fine-tune your levels to the point where it just barely hits the 3 on most machines, and then you can go ahead and make your recording, for personal use only now. This is only for personal usage only, so don't get any ideas of illegal action, okay? This is strictly for personal usage and demonstration purposes only. So anyway, make sure that your levels are good and you'll be all set. So I hope that gives you a little tip on making better recordings. And one other thing I do want to mention too before I forget. If your system does have a Dolby B or Dolby noise reduction, make sure that that is active. On this particular model I usually have it active because it gives me a better quality even without noise reduction. So always use that whenever you have it, because the sound comes out I would say about 5 times better than without the noise reduction. So that's a little tip on making good recordings, and if you have any comments or questions, feel free to post them, and I'll be back again with more tips and tricks on how to do things of your interest in videos to come. Thanks for watching and have a great day.